In 2022, I made a shitcoin trading guide that helped me make multiple 5x's, a few 10x's, and a few 2 and 3x's sprinkled in between. I'm back in 2023 to make an updated trading guide because I made my first mill and it's completely different in 2023. So here I am with an updated guide. I've gathered all the advice here, written it all down. I'm gonna go through it in no specific order, so make sure you watch the entire video. This is all the advice that I've gathered in 2022, but then adjusted for everything that has changed now until 2023. I've tried it, I've seen the changes live, and I've adjusted my guide accordingly, so there will be big differences. And if you watch the 2022 version, sure, you can still make some money, but the 2023 version will be a lot better because I've taken out some bad stuff, added in some new stuff, and just changed the overall tactic where you go in and find new projects. So first, in 2023, you gotta up your game. It's completely different from 2022. In 2022, we were in a bull run, and at the end of a bull run, you guys know we had 2 crypto peaks, and so this is gonna be completely different. If you look at it, the 2022 bull run was actually pretty damn amazing because you got first one peak where you could cash out, and then another peak where you could cash out. So if you made a 10x in the beginning, and then a 10x on your 10x, then you could cash out. That's absolutely fantastic. This time it's completely different. We are in a bear trend. We could be in a little bit of an uptrend right now, but it's hard to say, only time will tell. It's a completely different tactic. Fewer trades, but more valuable trades that will give you more guaranteed results than the old shitcoin trading guide. So my point here is that there is low interest from retail. Before we had the boost of retail just going in and throwing money at everything, people having their salary, they have a few $100 laying around, they might as well throw it in crypto. In the bear market, there's very low interest from retail, and so they will not be throwing money at everything, meaning not all projects will succeed. So we gotta improve our filters, and I will let you guys know exactly how to do that in this guide. So since retail is not throwing a bunch of money in, we gotta make sure we have a closer look at all our investments, and we only take those that are more secure and more safe, but maybe we don't focus as much on the memes and so on. I'll cover it in more detail here soon. Basically, just heading into the next point here, we gotta look at projects that provide as much value and features as possible. Earlier we could look at a meme coin, and if the meme coin was relevant, then it was going to pump. Now it's completely different. You gotta look at the project and look at what features they are providing. You also gotta look on the project and the features and see if the projects and features are marketable. So it can't be some super boring technical project because investors look at it and like, yeah, it's a feature, but it's boring as hell. So it needs to tie into a real feature that's actually relevant and interesting. You gotta provide a feature, but the best would be if it actually provides money and an investment opportunity. So if people can use the newly developed features, the newly developed project to make more money, then people really want to invest in that project. So if you have a trading platform, for example, it's launching with some brand new features, and if those features either help the traders make more money, be more decentralized, or maybe even it helps liquidity providers make more money, then that's a win-win, and it's really easy to market it. But if you have a project that just like they teach new people how crypto works and provide them some very small rewards for doing that, then that's not really going to be that interesting, and it's probably not going to pop off because people in crypto, we're here to make money, provide features, do decentralized finance and all of that. But if a project helps people make more money, then it's going to pop off. Or well, it's going to pop off easier. Okay, next point here. No ultra high risk projects unless going for 2 to 3x's. So this is something I've learned here. Ultra high risk projects, even meme coins, if you are investing in them, most of them don't do 100x because people have big holdings percentage wise of all circulating supply and so on, and they will dump on you. So when trading meme coins here in 2023, I've really decided to cash out after a 2 or 3x and just really thanks for the money, I'm cashing out, taking my profits and leaving, because if you stick there, most of them either go to zero and some of them even rug pull, and that's just really crappy. Of course, this guide is going to help you filter out the rug pulls, but every now and then when trading shitcoins, you will stumble upon rug pulls. That's just the name of the game. It happens in crypto, but we try our best to not get rug pulled. Okay, next point here, just in and out fast. This kind of ties into what I just said, that if you invest in a long-term project, there is a chance that it's going to go to zero, and you don't want to hold it to zero. So you try and find investments that you can go in and go out just as fast. Every second that you're invested in a crypto project is a second with risk. Compared to real investments like stocks, bonds, houses, buildings, apartments, whatever, there's a lot of projects that provide real utility, real features that don't rug pull and still go to zero. It's just that all projects are not guaranteed to make it. So you always gotta think like, this project is looking really promising, but there's still a chance that they fail. A business can fail, and now in 2023 we really gotta adapt this mindset here that a crypto project is a business. They need incomes, they have expenses, they have employees and so on. So they gotta make money, they gotta float their business, they gotta stay alive. And if they cannot make it, they will die out and go to zero. Even if it's a good project with promising features, it can still go to zero. So in, make your money, take your profits out as fast as you can. So let's talk about tokenomics and inflation. If a project has crazy inflation, then it's probably not a good idea to invest in it. Now, most projects that we do find have some inflation. They have incentive mechanisms, they have vested tokens and much more. But that's just the name of the game, but you gotta look out for those that have crazy inflation. I don't wanna drop any projects right now, but there are some really big projects like 300 mil plus market cap that have so much inflation that even as new investors come in, it's just constantly being dragged down and it's just sticking at the same price for a really long time. Sure, when the inflation stops, then it's gonna skyrocket, but if the inflation lasts for 5 years, that's just not a good investment plan, because we all know in 5 years, most projects just come and go. They come for the bull run, and during the bear market, they might survive, but most of them just die out. Okay, we gotta talk about red flags. There are less and less red flags over time as projects are getting better and better, as projects are actually in a PvP setting. They're fighting against each other at making the best projects. So it's kind of filtering out the bad stuff over time, and projects will get better and better as the crypto space mature. But there are still some red flags. Of course, we want KYC, but it's not always necessary. If a project is completely decentralized on the blockchain as a contract that can't be hacked or cheated, like PancakeSwap for example, the entire project is just pretty much on the blockchain, so you don't really need to have KYC, and of course it's involved with Binance and all of that. You can find some fantastic gems by just looking past the red flags. For example, if a project don't have KYC, but they are backed by some really big investors like Binance or similar, then you can kind of get a feeling that the project is probably gonna succeed. Why would Binance invest in a project that's gonna fail? And it kind of removes the whole worry about KYC, because Binance probably has done their own KYC before investing. Even if the project itself doesn't market their KYC, it's still probably pretty safe. There are some good projects that make it that don't have KYC, but overall there are more that fail. So I would call it more of a shitcoin, like a real shitcoin or a meme coin. So get in, but get out just as fast. That's the tactic I have for those. If I can see some profit potential, I get in and I just get out real fast. So next point here, you don't have to make that many good trades. It's a long year. If you plan your year out and you make some good trades along the way, you make sure you don't take all trades, you just find the really good ones and you make like a 5x, you make a 2x, you make a 10x, or even you just make a couple of 2x's along the way, you're gonna make so much money. I mean, I turned pretty much nothing last year into a whole lot of money, more than I thought I would ever make. So sitting here in 2023 and having that money ready, I just need to make like one 2x, one 3x, and if I make one 10x, I'm just set for the entire year. Of course, I'll still work and keep making as much money as I can. Why wouldn't I? Once you have the initial money and you just get that one 5x or one 10x, you're just set for the entire year, and you can just scale back the risky investments and go for the really good ones and just make a few good investments along the year. And then you can maybe focus on having an income stream, multiple income streams instead, and just making a few good investments per year. You don't have to take every single investment there is, because there are a lot of bad ones. If you have 10 in front of you, you can just pick a few good ones out of that, ride those investments, and make a lot of money throughout the year. I'll of course try and cover as many good projects as I can find on this channel. I'll make separate videos on them. I'll probably make a few compilation videos as well, just covering like my 5 top projects and so on, so stay tuned for that. We all love technical analysis, but technical analysis doesn't really matter in low market cap projects. Sure, it can still behave according to technical analysis, but most people are not investing with technical analysis in mind. They are investing to hold until there is a peak and then sell and cash out. If you want to do technical analysis, then you usually do it on assets where other people are using technical analysis, so most of the project is following the price movements of technical analysis. In this case, we're looking at shitcoins, we're looking at low market cap projects. And with those projects, you don't use technical analysis. You invest, you wait for the project to grow. If it doesn't grow, you get out. If it grows, you take your profits and get out. You can't really look at technical analysis in this case and decide if it's going to go up and down, because all of a sudden they do some marketing and it 10x's, or the project crashes and it just, dumps to zero. So we don't care about technical analysis. We look at what the project is doing, what it's focusing on, what it's providing. We make decisions from that. We take our profits and we get out. Next point here is really important. You gotta be one step ahead of everyone else. How do you actually do this? For example, finding projects early, private investments, seed investments, and so on. It's gonna sound quite weird, but you gotta provide value yourself. You're not gonna be invited to places if you don't provide any value. How do you provide value and how do you reach out? It's basic networking, but providing value, you guys already know how to do this. You're not stupid, but you can provide value by helping out projects, helping out influencers, finding projects. There are a million ways. You have middlemen everywhere. Just provide value. You can design a project. You can, help with marketing, doing tweets, whatever. There are so many ways. Like, just think of it like a basic job. How can I put some effort into doing this? And then you will be rewarded accordingly. You want to be one step ahead. You got to make sure that you actually do what makes you one step ahead. Networking, providing value, that's where it's at. Next point here, critical thinking. We kind of talked about this already, but you gotta use your brain. If a project looks too good to be true, then it is too good to be true, but you can still make money with it. It's like the meme coins. They promise 100x, they provide a 3x. Well, a 3x is still really good. So you gotta use critical thinking. You gotta use your brain, look at the projects and just think like, this is too good to be true. But that's just how the crypto world is. Everything is too good to be true, but you gotta filter that out. Like, you can just put a divided by 10 filter on everything. If someone talks about a project that's gonna go 200x, well, maybe it's a 20x or a 2x. You never know. It could be a 2x and that's still really good. Take your profits, get out. If it's a 20x, well, then you've made all the money you need for this year. Congratulations, but most likely it's not. Marketing from projects and so on is always inflated. Just divide everything by a bit and, take everything with a grain of salt. Use your brain. You're gonna be good. Next point here, you gotta remember it's still PvP. You are up against everyone else in crypto, so you gotta be one step ahead, as I said before, but you gotta remember it at all times. If you're sitting in a Telegram group, if you're sitting in a Discord group, everyone in there, they sound like your friend, they talk like your friend, but they'll dump on you the first chance they get. So it is PvP out here. You gotta remember that. I talked about it a lot in the 2022 guide. It is still the same, and it's even more competitive now in 2023 during the bear market. Most easy money have already left crypto, so what's left is the dedicated people, and they are skilled. So you gotta make sure you are skilled, and as I said before, that you provide value and network as well. Thank you all for watching my 2023 shitcoin trading guide. I hope you all make massive gains. I'll be making an updated version of this one later in 2023, depending on what happens. If we enter a deeper bear market or a bull market, I'll make one anyways. Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys next time.